Hi everyone, this is Teague, and this is my presentation on Digital Citizenship Week. The event I attended was Teaching Healthy Online Habits and Privacy Awareness. Webinar number 1 had some really important ideas. One of the most important ideas from this webinar is that attention is intentionally engineered by technology. Many digital platforms are specifically designed to capture and hold users' focus for as long as possible. Features such as notifications, autoplay, and endless scrolling are not accidental. They are built to keep us engaged and on the technology. Because of this design, distraction is not always a lack of effort on the student's part. I think it's really important for teachers to understand that so we can teach our students how to utilize the technology appropriately. Sometimes students are responding exactly the way technology was intended to make them respond. The presenters in this webinar emphasize that technology is designed to keep users engaged for as long as possible. This perspective really shifted my thinking as an educator because it reframes distraction as something that can be understood and addressed rather than simply disciplined. The webinar also reinforced that digital responsibility is a teachable skill. Just like reading comprehension or problem solving, students can learn how to manage their attention, set boundaries with devices, and build healthy digital habits. When educators intentionally teach and model these strategies, students are better equipped to navigate technology in balanced and more thoughtful ways. Continuing on with webinar number 1, this webinar talked about building technology expectations into your classroom culture and how that is very essential for long-term success. And it also reinforced that clear device routines help students understand when and how technology should be used specifically for learning. The presenters shared very practical, ready-to-use resources that teachers can implement immediately into their classrooms. And they also shared small, manageable strategies to make teaching healthy digital habits feel more realistic and sustainable. And I really like this quote from the webinar: healthy digital habits must be explicitly taught and consistently modeled. For my second webinar, it was Kids Online Safety. What are privacy doors and why does it matter? So privacy doors is a metaphor, and it mainly talked about comparing online privacy to locking the doors of a house to keep personal information safe. Many children overshare unintentionally just because they do not fully understand how public and permanent online posts can be. The webinar emphasized the importance of pausing and thinking carefully before posting anything online. And this was the quote that really stuck out to me. Not everything needs to be shared publicly simply because an app asks for it. Webinar number 2 continued. Students should be encouraged to read privacy policies so they better understand how their information is being used. They should also check with a trusted adult before signing up for new apps or sharing personal details online. Role-playing different online scenarios can help students practice making safe and responsible decisions while they're engaging with technology. Understanding the long-term impact of their digital footprint will help students realize that their online actions can follow them for years. The quote from this webinar, another quote from this webinar that I really liked is, think of your personal information like a door. Not every door should be left open. So when considering the connection to digital citizenship themes, we want to consider the safe, social, ethical, and curator themes. So webinar 1 really aligns with the self-regulation and balance. Webinar 2 aligns with privacy and protection. Digital citizenship must be proactive and not reactive. And all of the lessons directly support the ISTE standards. Thinking about my reflection, the main thing that I really took from this was digital citizenship must be intentional, and the skills can be taught and practiced. It's better to prevent than react when it comes to this topic. And these webinars really reinforce that digital citizenship is not something that students automatically develop. Skills like self-regulation, privacy awareness, and responsible sharing must be explicitly taught and modeled for our students. I realize that managing digital distractions and protecting personal information are foundational life skills, not optional technology lessons. Moving forward, I really plan to intentionally integrate conversations about focus, digital balance, and privacy into everyday classroom routines rather than treating them as isolated topics. Preparing my students for the digital world is just as critical as preparing them academically. Thank you.